If you've got a Mets fan in your life, make sure to check on them. The last 24 hours have got to have been pretty hard. Not only did they just lose Edwin Diaz to the Dodgers on a 3-year, $69 million deal, but as of just about an hour ago at this point, they also lost Pete Alonso to the Baltimore Orioles on a 5-year, $155 million contract. And what's sure to make things even a little more painful for their fan base is the fact that, according to Anthony DiComo, they never even made a formal offer after it was clear the bidding was heading to places they didn't want to. And this really isn't all that surprising. It was a relatively well-known thing in the baseball space that the Mets didn't want to give Pete beyond a 3-year contract, which for a player who just turned 31 was probably never going to be of that much interest to him, especially when other teams were offering half a decade. Now, onto the details of his Baltimore deal. Much like Schwarber yesterday, Alonso is a masher, a dude with exceptional advance numbers who has never relied on an abundance of athleticism or speed, meaning his skills should age decently well, especially when considering he, again like Kyle, has an exceptional bat speed. What's more, as you can see in this Fangraphs lineup for next year, he could easily slide in as his new team's DH if they wanted to have someone else play first base, potentially transitioning Samuel Basallo over there, who almost certainly, especially at his young age, is more athletic than Pete. Keep in mind, the Polar Bear has been nothing less than the worst defender at his position since he made his debut. This could also enhance his value by simply not subtracting from it, as a large portion of the reason his advanced production hasn't been more impressive is how bad his glove work is, leading to wins above replacement totals that have generally hovered around 3 over the past 3 years, despite him, in that time, registering an OPS well over 800 and nearly 40 home runs a season. Now, the one thing you might find yourself wanting to do is to compare this deal to Schwarber's outright, at which point you might be confused as to why Pete, who actually has had tangibly worse numbers over the last couple seasons, got paid $5 million more than Kyle. But I do think it really just has to do with age. The Philadelphia Slugger is almost 2 full years older than Alonso, meaning his team is certainly taking on a bit of risk, giving him those years into his late 30s. The Orioles, meanwhile, are only employing their now veteran first baseman into his mid-30s. The one thing I am confused about is what exactly their plan is going forward. They've already spent a sizable amount of money to add Alonso, Helsley, and Ward. Are they still going to go after some frontline pitching, or even some complementary pieces, or just run with what they have right now? I think if they do the second option, there's a high chance it ends in disaster, so I hope that's not where they're going. They also could use another bullpen piece. But as it stands, I do think this is a decent contract at fair value, and I do see the fit as long as it doesn't preclude the Birds from going after arms. It's for this reason, I'm going to give the deal a grade of A.
Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in the video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.